Quick shot there, and the Twisters open up the scoring here at the 4:50 mark as Olsen opens it up 1-0 Pembina Valley. And off the drop. Puck's cleared in. As the Twisters digging for more. Now work back out. Going for a clear. And worked around. That puck's going to come in. Icing is waved off. Good hustle there by the Twisters. And again, sorry about that, a little bit of an issue here starting off our live stream here as the server on U-Screen, so I flip over to YouTube. Puck carried up now. Canucks walk in. There's a shot and into the trapper for a whistle by Gansky. Shots are 5-2. Darby Olsen opened up the scoring here at 4:50. I'm your host, Bentley Branlott, your cameraman, Josh Keck. 1-0 here for the Twist. 13:22 on the game clock in the first period. Off the draw. Glove back and worked all the way around to the far side by Robertson. Twister's first on is Latte. He's worked off the puck, Samalcha on it. He'll try and center. Comes back to the line. Warsaba's shot is deflected up. And that went off the glass. Comes to the line. There's a shot through traffic. And that one unable to connect on the near side. Twisters play that ahead. And off a couple sticks, Samalcha walks into the slot, onto the backhand. And Gansky kicks out the pad and it trickles in and the Canucks tie it. 1-1 here in the first. And a trickler one there that gets all the way by, and coming out is Gavin Samalcha. Gets the final tap on the shot from Firth. Here's a look at the replay. And there you can see the work by, that was Samalcha himself. Just trickled it in, no backdoor tapping needed. Puck coming in, there's a quick shot off the draw. And now Stepic trying to pick that up, he'll leave that back for Holmes. Holmes off a stick, here come the Canucks with numbers, they'll push up on the near side. Kunitz walks in, and he'll just clear that one all the way down. McIntosh with them, in behind the goal. Holmes, the ex-twin, works it out and not out of the zone. Second effort gets past McIntosh as that's dumped in. Icing waved off. Brown in net, the ex-Pembina Valley Twister. And his squad makes his way up ice. Walking in, Kuntz puts on the brakes. He's offside for a stoppage of play at 12:14. Shots 5-4 as the Canucks nod this one up at one apiece. Off the draw. Puck cleared in. Off the draw. Comes to the line. Battle for it. Wild on it. Wild makes his way up ice. Pass. Comes in through. Twisters tap that in front. And the Twisters are right back in front on the lead. A quick tapping in front. And a good work there as Alex Wheeler picks up the goal. And they're not going to, I was going to say that might have been his first, maybe not. They're not going to save the puck. So, get that for you. But Wheeler getting the knock in front. And restores the Twisters lead here early on. Puck dug out of the corners there by Schuller. And Schuller works that to the far side. Quickly on it. And that one sneaks past Thomas to the near side. Here comes Ward. He'll take that off the boards. Walking in. And couldn't finish as he goes crashing into the goal for the ex-Northern Winnipeg Blizzard player. And look at that as he just turns on the Jets. He's had an outstanding season and put up some big numbers against the Twisters this year. Yeah, and now a little bit of a debate on where the draw is going to end up. Off the draw. Schuller, he'll clear that one all the way around. Battle for it comes to Ward. And that one worked past him. Scooped up. Rooney. He'll walk in. And now making a move as Pembina Valley. Neufeld works that through some traffic. Pass across off a couple sticks. Twisters stay with it. And an air play to Latte. Picking up his Ward. He'll put on the brakes. Looking. He's got a man with him in Arneson. And Arneson to pick that one up off the hit. Eden Warfel centers into the slot. One time for Ward, misses. There's a shot on the doorstep. Loose puck. Cole Warsaba. And the rookie chasing that points. Their leading points for a rookie is what I meant to say there. Tries to get the puck on his stick. Unable to do so. Warfel directs traffic. As that puck worked to the corner boards. Dodging and hits Latte. He'll work that up to Rooney on the near side boards. Rooney fires that one back across to the far side. Neufeld on it. Neufeld had pass. Walking in and getting stick tackled from behind is Thiessen as he'll clear that one in. Warfel goes for a change. Good back check from him. That gets past Ward to Hall. Hall on it. Hall dumps that all the way down. And that'll get picked up down low by Firth. He'll play it ahead on the near side. And with that, Hall breaks that one up. Stepic on it. Walks past Ward. Walks in onto the backhand. Blockered away by Brown. Puck worked to the far side. Robertson trying to work ahead. Stick battle ensues on. And Warfel puts that to the line. And puck cleared all the way out. Here comes Osterman. Captain walks in. And that one knocked off his blade. He'll try and get that one back from Holmes. Robertson wraparound. Stays with it. Fires towards the goal and worked into the corner boards. Another shot by Samalcha. And the doorstep opportunity was there. Cole Robertson just couldn't reach far enough as he gets checked down on a little bit of a tango up with Holmes behind the play. Twisters drop back, and Sawatsky has that worked away from him. With that, Osterman drops off to Robertson back. And the give and go created some space. Couldn't get a shot out of it. As Osterman now knocked down in a little bit of a tangle up. Sawatsky was brought down trying to clear the zone. As Bear sends that to the far side. Second effort by the Twisters off the mark, and that one rolls its way all the way down the course. Canucks on it. Ahead. Gavin Samalcha. He opened up the scoring for him. And he'll play out to the far side. Walking in. And a shot by McIntosh. Good opportunity there for the guy from Carmen here against his home squad. Battle on the near side, trying to get to Bear. And that's worked all the way down the ice. Stick battle ensues on. Back to Guilford. Fires off the mark. Puck cleared, and that makes its way down. Guilford on it. Guilford. He'll get the head pass on the near side. Wheeler walks in, and that one just out of his reach. Schiller plays it to the far side. Twisters intercept, looking for a play in front, unable to get it. They'll hold the line as Pembina Valley continues to push along here with Schaefer. And he'll roll that behind. Miscue there by the Twisters, and Phillips works that ahead. Can't get it out. Twisters back on it. To the line. Wild walks into one, and that went off the mark there, trying to go on the Trapper side. Work behind the goal. Twisters give chase. McIntosh comes in. And that one's knocked out. And off Kunitz. Kunitz breakaway gets past Latte. Backhand forward finishes. And the breakaway opportunity, backhand to forehand. And tapped in the back door. 7:20 on the clock. 2-2 as the visitors nod this thing up. Here's a look at the replay as Tyson Kunitz just puts on the Jets and outdoes the aid of Sora Latte and finishes that one off back door, 2-2. And as we await the near side drop, back to Sari. Sari will scoop that one up. Ethan Sari dumps that in. His boys give chase. Robertson, he is battling away at that one and trying to get that one past, looked like Olsen there on the near side. Play to Unger off the mark. Sari trying to get on it. And the battle for it, back to Unger. To the wall. Warsaba on it. And they'll continue to work that around. Pass to Unger. Scooped up. Twisters walk in. Stretch at the zone. And Carter Unger just out of offside. 6:40 to go here in the opener. 2-2 from Morse in between the heated rivals of the Canucks and the Pembina Valley Twisters. Off the draw to Ward. And that one sticked away. Battle on the near side to Rooney. Rooney works it ahead. And Arneson on it. Puck worked across to the far side. Battle ensues to Werfel. Werfel plays that to the far side, back to the point. And the Twisters get that one past. Belenko comes out to the line. Bear works that ahead from his own blue line. Werfel ahead into the zone. Gloved ahead for Arneson. And Arneson rubbed out of the play by Thiessen. Puck played to the far side here by Pembina Valley as they look to go up ice. And they'll walk in looking for a shot. Rooney on the doorstep, kicked away by Brown. Puck cleared all the way down. Icing is waved off. Pembina Valley scoops that one up for Rooney. Rooney, he'll dump that one in. His boys give chase. Scooped up on the near side by the Canucks. Ward, that one off a blade to Stepik. He'll battle away. Samulcha on it. Pass across to Arneson. Arneson through traffic, stays with it to Samulcha on the back door and smothered up by Miles Ganska with the stoppage and play of 5:11 in this 2-2 hockey game. And correction there on that latest Twisters goal, that was Sawatsky and not Wheeler. So Sawatsky is third of the campaign. Walking in, Stepik fires towards the goal, off the mark on the glove side. They'll work that across. Canucks on the near side boards. They'll dig their way up ice. Parnell plays it to the far side for Phelps. And that went into the zone, stays on side. Parnell, he's got Robertson on the far side and couldn't stretch that out. Scholler, up ice. Pembina Valley on it. And they'll dump and chase. That should be an icing. And nope, they're going to let it go. So the Canucks fan on that pass. Guilford ahead. Perfect pass onto the tape. Walking in. Nice moves there. And scoring a beautiful goal. The Twisters back in the league. Dwight Sawatsky, his second of the night. And oh my, was that a beauty at 4:25 as he put that one past Brown. And that is 3 goals on 9 shots for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Here's a look at the replay. And Sawatsky just gets a gift on the pass for Guilford as he picks up the assist. And look at that, tic-tac-toe and put her top shelf. Osterman, he gets tied up with Guilford off, or Olsen off the draw. Pass ahead for Sari. And Sari dumps that one all the way down. Battle on the near side. Pembina Valley scoops it up from behind the goal. They'll push that ahead. Wheeler walks in across for Ethan Wild back. And trying to get that back for Wild won't go. Canucks with numbers trying to get past Guilford. Guilford into his skate, stays on side as the Canucks continue on with the forecheck. Ray Thornton knocked off the puck. As Guilford tries to get back, works now against Ethan Sari, comes in to help up the blue jerseys. And he'll put that one right on the tape for Osterman. He was caught on the backhand, couldn't get a good enough shot away. Battle for it. Comes around the corner, boards to Sari. And the Twisters turn that one over at the line. Backhand opportunity down, and the Canucks tie. And a miscue there by the Pembina Valley Twisters, and this is a high-scoring affair early on. As Osterman gets this one even here. Here's a look at the goal from the captain. And we got a 3-3 game. 3:27 on the clock. 6 goals total on 21 shots. Bear, he'll play that across to the far side. Pinching in, Schaefer works it ahead. Twisters trying to keep the offense going as Thomas fires towards the goal. Blocked by Belenko. Work to the near side. Kunitz on it. He hit a beauty early on, and that one deflected up and off the netting for stoppage in play. Battle for it. And that's pushed ahead. Canucks trying to work that to the one for Latte. And he'll dump that in. His boys will give chase. And chased there by Hildebrandt. Puck comes all the way down. Osterman brushes off the hit. Battle ensues down low. Schaefer tries to set something up. Schaefer continues up ice. He'll get it out of the zone. He'll walk ahead. 2.5 to go. And Unger again was called at the line on the offside. And we thank you as more of you start to join on here for tuning into this one. As Phillips works it across to the far side. He'll get that one back from Scholler. Dumped ahead, Rooney on it. Werfel kicks that up to Ward. Ward walks in, and he's called at the line on the offside. And they're still going at it, Rooney and Ward having a little bit of a chat. So come outside the zone. As it was an offside call. Werfel, he'll center that. Ward looking for a quick shot, and that one indeed off the mark though. And Scholler can't hold at the line. As Rooney had his stick in there, so his boys look to tag. As Hall plays it from behind his own goal. He'll get it back, and now pickpocketed. Ward in front, the door slams shut. Couple of big saves in front. And now the Twisters clear that out of the zone. Jaden Ward right back on it. He'll push ahead on the near side. Battle for it. Gets past Thiessen as Werfel. Werfel plays that ahead. Gloved by Arneson to Hall. Hall. He'll push up ice. Hall cutting through traffic. Dodges a hit. Walks into the zone. He'll go around the circle behind the goal. And he'll run to Phillips. Puck comes loose. Twisters center. No one home. So Sawatsky gives chase. Puck batted up in there, and that's up and out of play. Stoppage in play, 75 seconds to go here in the opener of this high-scoring affair. Shot total is 14-9 for the visiting Junior Canucks, looking for a season sweep over for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Off the draw, that one comes right in front of Brown, knocks on it as they'll push up ice. Samalcha walks in. He'll drop that one off for Robertson. Toe drag, walks in, bar down, and scores! What a beautiful goal! And the Canucks make it 4-3 with 63 seconds left. Look at this play here. On the drop back, the toe drag, and the finish from Cole Robertson. Continues on the goal fest on a tough night to be a goaltender. Samalcha back at it as he sets in on the draw, ready to go. One back, Warsaba on it, he'll push ahead. And another turnover from the Twisters. Puck dumped in by Firth. Latte on it. He'll nudge that to the far side. Stick battle on it. Battle for it. Twisters just clear that one. Bear on it. Icing waved off. 30 to go here. As Bear rings that one up on the far side. Twisters play that ahead. That's offside. They got tag at the line. Unger on it. He'll push in. Picked up by Bear. Bear. He'll work that up on the far side. Across. Malenko walks in on the near side boards with Parnell. Through some traffic on the tango up. He'll get a whack at it. Bouncing puck just off the mark. Canucks trying to work that out. They got 2 seconds to go. They're just going to hold on, and we're going to hear the horn as we hit the opening intermission. 4-3 Canucks. We'll bring you to the out-of-town scoreboard, but first, today's scoring summary. No penalties to report. Shot totals 15-9. And the Canucks ran away with that stat near the back half of the period. And a look here at the scoring summary. Darby Olsen started off his 10th from Dwight Sawatsky and Jack Holmes at 450. At 7-11, Gavin Samalcha unassisted his 7th. Dwight Sawatsky his 3rd from Ethan Wild and Darby Olsen at 8:15. At 12:40, Tyson Kunitz his 6th from Bryn Scholler. At 15:35, Dwight Sawatsky tied or regained the Twisters' his lead with his 4th second of the game. That was unassisted at 16:33, so they did not give the assist to Guilford. At 16:33, Ken Osterman from Brady Thornton and Ethan Sari were able to get the Canucks back on the board. They took the lead from Cole Robertson with the goal from Cole Robertson, his 19th from Matt Parnell and Bryn Schiller at 18:55. Out-of-town scoreboard, the update from the Iroquois Arena. The Charleswood Hawks are up 2-0 over the Transcona Railway Express. Stevenson and Lewis, the goal scorers there. And with that, we'll see you on the other side of the opening intermission. Once again, I'm your host, Billy Brent, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck. And welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Billy Brandt. We got one period in the books here in Morris as we get ready for the second period action in between the Canucks and the Pembina Valley Twisters. High scoring opening frame in this one, with a total of 7 goals scored to start this off, back and forth, but the Canucks come back and they have the edge following 20 minutes of play. Riley Brown getting the start against his ex-team, and Miles Gansky, who has been the goal his fair share with the Pembina Valley Twisters. So Gansky there brings us to a stoppage and play. We'll make our way back here. And one back. Phillips on it is shot. And that doesn't get through. Puck worked to the line. Battle for it. And that's played off the hit. And rolls all the way down the ice. Off a couple sticks. Skirmish for it. Schiller trying to dig that one out. And he'll battle away at it. Puck comes to the line. Samulcha plays it back. Pembina Valley on it. As Schaefer plays that across. Stick battle. Held at the line and cleared in. Canucks to dig it up on the near side. Samulcha. He'll work that one. Battling with it. Trying to get it up to McIntosh. And that's off the mark. And cleared all the way down. On the near side boards. Looking for the head pass. And that's up for Samulcha. Samulcha to McIntosh. McIntosh walks in. And oh, not happy about that. Called at the line. And I'll slow things down here at 18:25. Thornton comes in on the draw. He'll win that one back. Thornton across. And Blanco to the far side. He'll go to get it back. Battling around with it. And that one held on for a stoppage and play. So Thornton gets set in the draw, ready to go. Battle for it. Pembina Valley scoops that one up. They'll push to the far side. Walking in and firing that one around for Olsen. Olsen on the loose puck. His squad down by one, trying to nod this thing back up. Hall. He'll work that across. Blanco can't get his stick on it. Battle for it. Olsen. He'll stick that across. And with that, the stick battle ensues on. Canucks on it. Sorry. Works that all the way around. Gansky plays to the far side. Scooped up by Osterman. Pembina Valley sticks away, and here we go. Olsen chasing down. Malenko trying to scoop it up from behind. And quickly on that Schaefer. And his pass takes that all the way down the ice. And Penner will corral that one. He'll dig that up ice. Head pass off the mark for Rooney. Icing waved. Bear. He'll work that to the far side. And that one's played up. And he'll play into the Twisters bench. Stoppage and play. So we get set and get ready to go again here from the far side corner. Off the draw. Right in front of the goal, and Brown smothers up. On the near side, puck cleared all the way down, icing waved off. On the good hustle by Ward. He'll play that one to Tristan Anderson, battling for it. And that puck's worked up on the far side. Rooney trying to connect back to it. He'll continue to work that across. And now Neufeld. He'll get back, walking in, takes it, pops the bottle. And the Pembina Valley Twisters equal it all up here at 16:47. Good work there from Neufeld to work that up ice, and Thiessen makes no mistake against his ex-teammate and puts that one in on the glove hand side. There's a look at the replay. Just enough to raise that one over the trapper. So we make it 4-4 here in the second. Twisters quickly off that on the clear in as they'll push that across. Bouncing off the hit, looking for the setup. I'll come back to Schaefer at the line. Stick battle, trying to work it up to Friesen, picked up by Somacha. Somacha walks in, fires off the mark, going on the trapper side. Battle for it. And picked up here by Pembina Valley. Twisters make their way up Broadway, pass Sorry. Drop back, stick battle. And push to the far side. Walking in, Sorry. He can't come back to that one. Worked its way out of the zone. Scholler plays that one in to the near side for Sorry. And watched by Parnell. Parnell on it. And he'll look that one back to the line. Scholler shot through traffic. And that one hit a body. So Olsen looks for the long feed up ice. And that's just forked in there by Grant Friesen. Scooped up by Phillips. Long stretch pass. Trying to turn on the Jets here as Gallagher plays that on the back end into the zone. Pass across here. And Phillips pickpocketed and hitting the ice is Thomas. The referee's not going to give him a second opportunity though, so no tripping. 15:28 on the clock as Thiessen nods this one even in favor of for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Shot totals are 4 apiece here in the second. Battle on the near side boards. Thorson, he'll work that one ahead. And Ken Osterman couldn't find it. Comes to Bear on the near side. Malenko ahead. And Gallagher can't clear. Malenko on it. He'll work that one up. Pembina Valley quickly back with the forecheck. And Thomas trying to work it free on the backhand. And that one caught on the side of the goal. So with that, Holmes pinches in. Battle ensues on the near side boards. And Thomas comes free. Puck pops up. A whack at it there from Hildebrandt won't go. Samalcha doesn't have a stick, but it's played to Osterman. Caden Osterman walks in. Save made. Osterman wrap around. And that one fed up the slot, but the net had popped off the moorings to kill the opportunity. 14:42 on the clock in this 4-4 hockey game. So far side draw. Went back, quick shot by Warfel off the trapper, loose in front, forked wide. And on the near side boards, Olsen, he'll play that one ahead. And a stick battle there as they'll run down for that puck on the far side. Push back on the counter for Warfel and his squad. Up to Arneson, and Arneson did not wait for his guys to tag on the dump in. So they'll bring it in front of the Canucks bench. Twisters a little bit of a change here as Latte's parent comes on with Schaefer. Puck 1-2 Latte, across for Schaefer, picked off. Phillips walks in, puts on the brakes, knocked down. No penalties yet in this game to report. Long stretch pass, Warfel. He'll work it back to the zone. Tristan Arneson tags, and he'll dodge the shoulder check off to Bear. His shot comes back. Sorry, that's right in front there from Ward. Work cross, sticked away up the slot. Pembina Valley tic-tac-toe, plays it to the far side and out by Wheeler. And back on the stick of the All's dangerous Jaden Ward. He'll cut up Broadway, push to the far side, walk right through the Twisters and sticked away by Miles Gansky. Warfel walks in tight. And played into the slot. Quick shot by Ward over. Came to him on the backhand. And couldn't get a shot on goal. Back and across off a stick. Staying with it. Bear to Ward. And he couldn't get a shot away. Warfel crashing in front. Puck cleared out of the zone. Blanco off his stick. Right to Alex Wheeler. Wheeler walks in. Back. Ethan Wild fires. And that one just not enough on the one-time opportunity across. And Olsen had the stick worked away from him against Kunitz. So he'll get some new lumber as Gallagher walks in. Centers on the back door. Couldn't feed Arneson. Bouncing puck to Kunitz. He's got one early in this one. Puck played to the far side. Canucks still on the change. As Phillips fires that in. Skips over the goaltender stick to Kunitz. Kunitz leaves that back. And that went up off the lumber and up into the netting. 12:39 on the game clock. Shot totals 22-14. As Brown plays that stick back to his team's bench there. He's been collecting more sticks than shots on goal at the second broken stick he's had to take care of in this one. Battlefield on the near side. Thiessen looking for a feed. And here on the outlet pass, the Twisters just dump and chase. Rooney on it. Crashing in on the goaltender. Worked across to Samulcha. He'll play it behind. Osterman looking for it. Up to Parnell. Parnell walks in. Osterman enters with Samulcha on the far side and into the trapper. Samulcha gets a stick on that. Can't jar it free. 12:08 on the game clock. As this one's knotted back up even off the stick of Thiessen. So Thiessen's line makes their way off the ice. Twisters change it up before the drop of the frozen biscuit, and we get ready to go on the near side draw. Twisters win that one in the defensive zone, trying to work it out as Olsen. Darby Olsen will loop back to go ahead ice on the near side. Puck's just dumped in by Penner. So Firth, he'll work it across. And Ward cuts up ice off some stick checks, stays with it, walks into the slot, sticked away. Arneson on it. And tight angle shot comes back to the line for Firth. Mitchell Firth works that behind the goal, and that's up off a stick, and again, clips the high netting behind the Twisters' goal. Some pressure here from the Canucks, but can't get too much there of decent scoring opportunities against Gansky right now, and he's been doing his job keeping the Twisters back in this one after they tied it up. Hildebrand comes in on the draw. One back, dangerous opportunity for Ward. Door slams shut. Ward on it. Hildebrand pinches in. Ward works that one back. Arneson feeds that to the point. Shoulder shot deflected into the corner boards by Thomas. Puck comes on the doorstep. Sora Latte on it, and he'll clear the zone. And that'll make its way all the way down the ice. Shoulder on that, little bit of a tangle up. Referees still keeping their arms down. And unable to work that into the zone cleanly. Second effort gets it in for the Canucks. And following that hit, Unger ahead. And he'll get it right back, takes a whack at it, and that's going to come ahead of the zone shoulder. Plays it right back in. On the near side, Twisters play out to the far side. They'll walk in with numbers, looking for a feed, and that one fired right into the glove of Brown at 10:34. 4-4 here in the middle frame as we near the midway mark of this hockey game. Shot totals are 24-15 for the visiting St. James Junior Canucks. And off the draw. Puck played across. And they'll continue to work that one to the near side. Pembina Valley into the slot off the glove. Opportunity, down goes Brown. Holmes fires. And that one wide. As they had time with Brown down, couldn't lift it over him. Holmes on it. He'll push up ice. Wild plays that one in, takes a hit by Kunitz. Wheeler fires towards the goal off the stick of Gallagher as the 227s work it to the far side. McIntosh now to Olsen. He'll fire towards the goal off the lumber and up to Firth. Firth takes that up ice. He'll dump and chase. Jack Holmes first on it. Picked up by Kunitz. Kunitz works it in behind the goal and can't connect there to McIntosh. Digging away out of the corner boards, Olsen. He'll fire to the far side. Walking in and sticked up off the glass. That clips the netting for a stoppage in play as we enter the back half of the hockey game. Both teams changing up their lines before the draw. As Samolcha makes his way back out onto the ice with Belko. Along with Sari and Phillips and Parnell, who stick taps that across, and Sari dumps that one in. So Pembina Valley gives chase. Fired away from Guilford to the far side. Bunko holds at the line. He'll play that one across. He gets a run taking at him as he hits the ground. Phillips can't hold on to it. Picked up all alone. Walking in's Rooney. And him and Thiessen got shut down as Rooney works that one in. And that's gloved up into the trapper at 9 minutes flat. So the Pembina Valley Twisters getting some action in front of Brown. Battle for it. And that stick battle ensues on as Neufeld comes in trying to work it free. And Neufeld, he'll work that across. Thiessen on it. Neufeld tangled up with Belenko, no call. Back to the line and Penner can't hold. So Bryson Penner dumps it in. Waits for Rooney and Thiessen to tag. They'll give chase. Long stretch pass. That's deflected up here by Penner. And changing up the lines before they get ready to do it again here. Warfel set on the draw. He'll win that one back. Shoulder to the far side. Puck rolls all the way around. Gansky on it. He'll play it across. Scholler. He'll pass that one across. Picked up by Bear. Bear on in the defensive zone. And he's pickpocketed. Opportunity here for Pembina Valley. As the opportunity by Friesen's work to the near side. And a big hit there. And getting pummeled there is Sawatsky. Puck rolled all the way down. He's had a great night with 2 goals in this one. Puck played across. And Schaefer gets that out of the zone. Scholler on it. He'll work it across. Canucks. Across for Ward. And Ward couldn't quite get to it. Belenko on it. He'll work that across. Warfel trying to get feedback. There's a shot and held on for a whistle. Gansky makes the save at 7:37. Some action there by the Canucks. And there's a look at that opportunity there. Thornton comes in for the near side draw. And he'll win that one. Stick battle ensues on. Puck played to the far side. Held by Firth. He'll work it down low. Knox walking in into the slot, firing. And sticked into the corner boards, back to Firth. Hall on it. And Hall turns that one over to Kunitz. Brady Thornton centers that one off the stick. Osterman works it, and the shot on the set from the captain. Kunitz is denied. So Kunitz looking for a second. Here comes Pembina Valley on the counter. They got Thiessen on the head pass, and that one just off the mark. And scooping up there, Thomas gets that across to Guilford. Twisters tag at the line. They'll give chase. Brown drops that off to his defensive pairing as Osterman feeds up ice. Penner on it. Penner off the glass and ahead. Sticked away by Osterman in the exchange of the 22s. Walking in's Wheeler. Wheeler looking for a feed in front and couldn't get one done. Comes out, and coming in there is Osterman with the hit again on the bow of the 22s. And we have a stoppage in play. As it looks like that was a hair offside at 6:24. So Wheeler set here against the Mulcha, ready to go. Alex Wheeler wins that one. Ethan Sari on it. Sari enters the zone. Backhand pass picked off. Darby Olsen on a 2-on-2 to go back here for the Twisters. They'll work that across pass into the skates. Wheeler dumps in. Olsen had to re-tag. An awful little blockade. The Canucks walk in. Samulcha. And he looks to make a move there. Picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler works it across ice. Pembina Valley dumps and chases. Phelps first on it. And he'll work that up ice. Unable to get it too far there as the Twisters come in. And we get the skirmish of the corner boards ensues. Phillips comes in with the help of Samulcha. Picked up by Wheeler into the slot. And a couple of whacks for Neufeld. Couldn't get a shot. With that, Sari across. Parnell walking in on the doorstep. And the opportunity by the Canucks is dumped all the way out. Phelps on it. And he'll have that one worked away from him. Pembina Valley fires right in on Brown, and the opportunity by Thiessen's held for a whistle at 5:15. So some good opportunities there created off the hit. And that one gloved up and smothered for a whistle. Knotted back even. Off the draw, back to the line. There's a shot deflected just wide. Neufeld plays that out of the corner boards and not enough on it. Bear gets his stick to work that back. And Warfel ahead. Held at the line by Neufeld. And Bryce Neufeld turns that one over. Twisters knock down the long shot pass for Ward on the Hail Mary play. Here's an opportunity on the near side. Arneson walks in. Tristan Arneson, he'll feed that down low for Ward, calling for it back on the doorstep. And somehow that still stays out. There's a shot by Bear. And he didn't get enough on it. Battle for ensues. And working on that. Warfel. He'll feed. Across for Ward. Fires. And unable to get a stick on that. Back to Warfel. And he's met with a high hit there. And that's going to work its way out. We get today's opening power play coming your way. Walking in is Ward, and that went off the blocker and up and over. So the number one power play, 26.1% for the Canucks. We'll get a go at it here. Pembina Valley Twisters penalty kill, not too hot, 71.9. That's last in the MMJHL. So good advantage opportunity here for the Canucks to tie this one, or to break this tie, sorry, and get this one back up in their favor. And off the draw, Guilford. Played back to Ward. Ward looks. Fires. on the doorstep. Stick battle ensues on, and that just trickled wide. Ward holds the line, and that one whirls its way out. Here's an opportunity for the Twisters. And up by Warfel. He'll play it across. Warfel and sticked away. Good play there to come back and get the stick on that one there by Hildebrandt, working in front and smothered up at 3:36. So here's a look at the replay as Hildebrandt saves one. So we'll do it again here from the near side. 88 seconds remaining on the Jack Holmes call. Off the draw, Guilford whacks it around to the far side. Arneson on it. Arneson looking for an opportunity. And walking in comes Ward. Wrap around, stays with it, fires, and they couldn't get the tapping in front. Puck played from the line. Battle with it, Warfel on it. He drew the penalty to give the man advantage. And that one trickles by. Pembina Valley shorthanded, and that shorthand opportunity for Wild, he's brought down. An interference call coming, and Cole Warsawa will get ushered away. They'll bring it in to the Canucks power play. 3 shots on the power play for the St. James Junior Canucks. And here's a look at the call. Breakaway opportunity to go back by Wild. He gets tangled up. Referee's hand shoots up instantly. So we'll go like this as we head to 4-on-4 for 57 seconds. And off the draw. Puck played across here for Phillips, and open space here. Pretty good for creating goal-scoring opportunities if there hasn't been enough already tonight. Walking in, Samulcha dumps that one back. Schaefer gives chase. Parnell's got a tag. He's offside. But that's already worked all the way out for Phillips. Phillips. He'll get that one back. Looks for an opportunity in front. And now scooped up to go the other way. Twisters walk in, cutting, and Sawatsky couldn't get down the backhand to complete the hat trick. Sawatsky on the doorstep, and that one sticked away. 2:15 to go. Puck cleared in, 4 seconds remaining on the call, and the Twisters head to their opening man advantage. They got 101 on it, but first they got to get the puck back as Samulcha continues to kill time with the spinorama. Walks in, backhanded opportunity right off the Twisters' crest. Onto the near side for Olsen. Olsen, he'll cut up ice. Walking in. Darby Olsen puts on the brakes. That one hits some timber. And Thornton gets it out of the zone. Back to Olsen. Olsen on it. Darby Olsen enters. Walking into Guilford. Across. Wheeler. Alex Wheeler back to Guilford. Guilford fires into the trapper. That was going to be a bit high. 22 seconds remaining on the man advantage. 1:27 on the game clock. 2 shots on the man advantage for the Pembina Valley Twisters. So Wheeler in on the draw against Thornton. One back here by the twist in the attack zone on the man advantage. They'll work it across. Looking for the cross ice feed. It's Rooney. He'll play it down low behind the goal. They got Guilford on the near side. Pass up to Josh Guilford. He'll play that back down low. Back to Guilford on the line. Trying to pickpocket that in front was Firth. And the Twisters stay with us. That shot goes wide. We're back to even strength. Both teams unable to convert on their opening opportunity. All around is Ward. Ward walks in and scores. No mistake made there by Jaden Ward on the gift. So he comes on as we go to even strength and pots one past Miles Gansky, and it's a 5-4. Canucks lead, 56.8 seconds to go in the frame. Here's a look at the replay. Power play expires. Ward scoops it up at the blue line. Little stick handle move. Breakaway opportunity. And after seeing what he's done in the MJHL, shows a little bit of his flash here. Battle for it ensues. Twisters hit the ice, and they'll turn that over to Tristan Arneson. Arneson walks in, fires And a little bit too high there as Ward. He'll work that across behind the goal. Pembina Valley on it. 30 to go here in the frame. Phillips on it. Both teams with a goal apiece here in the middle frame. Puck scooped up. Thiessen feeds to the far side. Pembina Valley walks in, turns, fires, sticked into the corner boards. Rooney will have to dig that one out again. Stretch pass up to Arneson. Arneson feeds back for Warfel. Back to Arneson. Couldn't get a pass away. Twisters picked that one off, and there's going to be the horn. As Warfel got tangled up, he hit the ice, and we will have 5-4, and will bring us to our scoring summary here. Shot totals, though, before we get there for the Pembina Valley Twisters, and they got it going in the period, a total of 15 for a two-period total of 24. Meanwhile, for the visiting St. James Junior Canucks, they were able to double that one up with the total of 18 shots for a two-period total of 33. Goal scoring summary here in the second period. Ron Thiessen gnawed this one up with his 6 from Bryce Neufeld and Dominic Rooney. Jaden Ward with his 41st goal of the season restored the Canucks lead. Caden Osterman and Wyatt Gallagher picking up the assist. Time of the goal was 19:04, and the Ryan Thiessen goal from Bryce Neufeld and Dominic Rooney was at 3:13. 2 penalties to report. Jack Holmes with the high stick at 15:52, and Cole Warsaw an interference at 16:55. Both of those power plays went unanswered with a little bit of overlap. And we'll take a look here at the Autotown scoreboard. One other game, and Kurluk, the goal scorers. Next broadcast will be with you out in Stonewall tomorrow night as the Royal Knights are in town up there. Meanwhile, the next game for the St. James Junior Canucks, Graham will have that as they're out in St. Vital for the 7:30 earlier start on the Thursday nights. Twisters back in action on Friday, and we'll have that game broadcasted to you as they're out in Charleswood. And the Friday is off for the St. James Junior Canucks. Both teams on action on Sunday. Canucks hosting the Railer Express at 2:45 from the St. James Civic Center, and the Pembina Valley Twisters play host on the nightcap at 7 p.m. to the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins. With that, we'll take a look here at the standings and where the teams sit as the Railer Express locked in #1 seed. Real's locked in at #2, and oh golly, is that close. The Canucks have a chance to catch the Jets, although they do not have the tiebreaker as the Jets came back to win the last 2 games, both in St. James, to give them the head-to-head. And then, as you can see, the Canucks, Hawks, and Royal Knights all with 49 points, and that is going to come right down here to the wire. Twins, they are set in stone in 7th, same with the Raiders in 8th. The Victorias and the Twisters also set in stone in their positions in 9th and 10th, as those 2 teams can't flip with the Vicks last win over the Pembina Valley Twisters. And here's a quick look on how the playoffs are shaping up here. The teams in blue are locked in, so we know 2 of the first round matchups. The Railer Express will host the Raiders. Meanwhile, the Twins get their rematch against the Reals. They all faced off in the semifinal last year. And again, the Reals with the sweep after the Twins swept the Raiders in the first round. So there is an early look into the playoff picture. And as we mentioned, the Knights, Canucks, and Hawks can all jump around, especially depending on how tonight goes. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck, and we'll see you on the other side of this intermission. It's a 5-4 lead for the visiting Canucks, 20 to go when we return. And welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Billy Brandt, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck. And we got some third period action coming your way. 9 goals scored so far in this one. 17 different points scores in this one. 10 from the Canucks, 7 from the Pembina Valley Twisters, and 4 with multi-point games, 2 aside. 3-point night though for Dwight Sawatsky. 2 goals and assists leads the box score totals. And with that, we come to center ice and third period action. Latte plays it across. Here we go. Pembina Valley walking in. Wheeler. Look, he's got Wild with him. And that went off the stick of Ward right back onto the doorstep. And the Canucks scoop that one up. They'll ice that one all the way down. Canucks trying to set that up. Pickpocketed by Wheeler. And now Wild ahead. Walking in. He's got Wheeler streaking across on the far side. Wild jams that one off the goaltender stick via Brown. And here we go the other way. Pass up to Ward's never going to get there as that's pickpocketed by Olsen. Stick battle ensues on the near side boards. Here's a head pass for Ethan Wild. And he's getting taken down with Werfel as both guys go into a tango into the end boards. Ward. He'll dump that one in. Arneson gets chase. He's got a tag though. So they'll call him back. On the near side. Puck deflected in by Carter Unger. He gives chase. And that puck's flipped to the far side. Battle for it. Back to Warsaba. Warsaba puts on the brakes. Parnell to Guilford. Stick battle for it. Firth on it. And he'll continue to battle that one around. Picked up by Pembina Valley off the lumber and smothered up for a stoppage and play at 18:27. So both teams changing up their lines as Osterman makes his way back onto the ice. Goal and assist for him. And Robertson will get set on the draw. One back by Sawatsky as he's now taken down by Scholler with that Osterman ahead. Trying to feed up to Kunitz. And on that opportunity, kicked ahead by Phillips. Guilford dumps that one in. His guys give chase. As that comes out to Josh Guilford. Guilford plays that one off the stick following the turnover. Thornton stays with the Thornton, cuts towards the goal and slamming the door shut for the stoppage and play is Miles Gansky. So the Twisters will change it up before the draw as they get Rooney's line out on there with Thiessen. You got them tying everything up. And before Jaden Ward scored his 41st, which leads MJHL in goal scoring by 11 points, or by 11 goals. As Holmes works that ahead, pickpocket by Arneson, and he'll push that ahead on the near side. Stick battle ensues on. Comes to Hall. Hall knocked off the puck. Warfel scoops that up ice. That went off some timber. And scooped up and cleared all the way in. Digging at it out of the corner boards. Ward. He'll play that ahead for Warfel. Hall on it. He'll work that one back. 3 gone in the frame. Puck played to the far side. And the Twisters, dangerous turnover. Ward fires just off the mark. Comes to the line. And the Canucks unable to hold. They'll dump that one in. Werfel goes for a change. Ward decides to follow suit as McIntosh's line comes out onto the ice with Salmalcha. And now Gallagher joins them as the Twisters still wait behind their own goal, trying to set that one up past her. Holmes is off the mark, unable to accept that. That'll make a little skirmish there as Salmalcha tries to jar it free. Walking in, backhand forward, Gallagher scores! And now it's a 2-goal cushion, their first 2-goal lead of the evening. And Gallagher to go with his assist earlier on. Makes it 6-4. Here's a look at the replay. As there's the turnover via the stick of Holmes, and Wyatt Gallagher just cuts in a little tic-tac-toe. With the stick handle, puts it past Gansky, and it's 6-4. Canucks looking for more. That one rings the back of the iron and in. And just like that, it's 7-4. What a quick release there by Samolcha with the goal. And that's going to cause the Pembina Valley Twisters timeout. Here's a look at the replay. And Samolcha wins the draw and just does it all himself and catches the iron in with the twine. 7-4. 16-16 to go in regulation, and the Canucks start to pull away. So Gallagher, and correction there, that is Phillips there on the goal. That's what they marked. And that looked like it was Samolcha there, and indeed it was. The official score sheet does say Phillips, so we'll wait to see if they get that amended or not. There's the pass. Looked across. Canucks dig that one out. Bear dumps that one in. That one rolls all the way around. So they give some Mulcher the assist there, or Shore the assist, and Ward. Battle for it. Worked across. Trying to get back, and there looks like that might have been a knee there, and in some trouble. Down goes Warfel. Twister center. Battle in front. Warfel makes his way to the bench. We'll keep an eye on him. As the pass up to Ward is out of the way. Walking in Samolcha. He'll dump that one in. Picked up by Penner. And they're still got to wait for Arneson to tag back up. Guilford crosses over. 5 gone in the frame. And that puck's iced all the way in for a stoppage play. And there you can hear them calling for the knee. And really getting in there is Ryan Dick. There is possibly his last game here in Morris out of the team he brought to a championship and started this rivalry out. As the Canucks hit the ice there, is Gallagher. Samolcha with it. Delay penalty coming up. Back to Samolcha. Samolcha, he'll work that down low. Worf for a shot, and that opportunity there by Worf. Saba's knocked off, and now McIntosh maybe, I don't know, gets into it a little bit there with Penner. And we'll see if the stuff starts to boil over here in between these two squads, as the bad blood has in the past as the penalty box door is open. Easy call there on the trip. Here's a look at the replay of what Dick wanted called the knee, and there's a little bit of the tangle up. More of a stick tangle up there than a knee it did at first. Sawatsky takes the penalty. And before you can get the draw, they're going to wave the Canucks out. Arneson will come in maybe for Warfel, and indeed they'll do the little goal switcheroo and get ready to drop the frozen biscuit. Puck worked across to the far side. Off a couple sticks, scooped up now here. And Ward makes his way up ice. Ward walks in, looks, and now all alone, Wild gives chase, breakaway short-handed. Brown goes out and sticks it away. Battle on the near side boards where Saba scoops it up. His guys on the man advantage. They got 90 seconds to go. Second opportunity of the night here for the Canucks. And they were unable to connect on their first go at it. Ward fires in. His guys give chase. Arneson on it. To Warfel. Back to Warsaba. And he'll roll that one around for Arneson. Battle for it. Back to the line for Ward. And across for Warsaba to Ward. Fires. And that one deflected just over the goal. And Gansky just got enough for Latte. There's a shot by Ward. It's in. That one trickled around right on the ground. And the power play gets it done. Jaden Ward doubles the score up. There's a look at the replay. There's the first one that deflects just over the goal. Comes back to Jaden Ward here. And he just fires that right across the ice. And goes in on the near side corner. Schuller plays that up ice. And that one skips up to Holmes. Holmes digs that down low. Battle ensues on. As down goes the Canucks Twisters on the doorstep, working away. Brown's down, loose puck, and Brown smothers. And there might be some extracurricular activity here. Guilford gets into it as this one has now slid out of hand with 13:10 to go in regulation. And they have corrected the goal. So that second goal is Gavin Smolcha, his 8th from Jaden Ward and Aiden Warfel. So they made the amendment. And with that, here we go again. Osterman working through some traffic, knocks Thomas's stick out. Thomas goes in after him. Puck played to the far side. Twisters pinching. That one comes out, dumped right back in. Trying to dig that one out to the far side. And played across onto the near side boards. Scooped up, worked in off the lumber. And Guilford. He'll look that one across for Wild. Wild walks in, fires, and that one over the trapper. Sorry. He'll give chase. And watching in there on Churkus, who's come in for Gansky. Guilford tangled up, helmets off, here we go. And now leaving is Sorry. He doesn't have his helmet on. And they didn't blow it dead. I don't know if we're going to see that on the replay. I don't think it was off the view of the camera there. As Wild walks in. And a quick turnover there. Bears on it. He'll dump that one in off the lumber. Twisters shove that one in. 11:25 to go in regulation. Head pass picked up. Gallagher walks in and roofed it into the netting. Great opportunity all alone there in on Churkus. And nope, we're not going to see it there behind the play. I think it was right there, yeah. So they had the helmets off, but the referee didn't do anything. And they're talking about it now, the linesman, as Guilford had ripped the helmet off of, couldn't exactly tell. I think that was Ethan Sorry. Battle for Parnell on it. Parnell puts on the brakes, looks to go up ice. And his guys will continue on with it. Gallagher, who just had that scoring opportunity that you'd like to have back, lifted a little bit too high. Sora Latte dumps it in. Firth on it. He'll look up ice. Pembina Valley intercepts right in on the slot. Latte couldn't fire. Latte bumped off the puck, fed back into the slot. And here come the Canucks on the near side, walking in. Samolcha cuts in on the backhand. And couldn't complete that opportunity there. As he's looking for his hat trick in this one. And he'll dish it off to Parnell, who just lifts it over the goal for a stoppage in play as it continues to get chippy out there. So I'll change up the lines here as Thornton comes in for the draw. And off the draw. Tangle up. Pembina Valley comes free. Thomas to the near side boards. And walking in comes Hall. Hall looks, stays behind the goal, into the slot, and the Twisters just fan trying to connect on that. Kunitz with a goal early on, fires that one in, brushes off the hit from Hall. Jack Holmes scoops that one up from his goaltender as we've hit and passed the 10-minute mark here in the third. Pembina Valley couldn't scoop up that puck. Picked up now here by Sawatsky, and he takes a nice hit there from Scholler. Puck held at the line by Penner. And Thomas trying to get the feed and unable to set that one up there for Grant Friesen. Back to Guilford. He's got a guy coming in on him. He'll play it back to the far side. Puck up just out of the reach of Kunitz. Guilford scoops it up. Guilford looks around. Wrap around, feeds into the slot. There's a shot. Bodies go flying. Puck still loose. And the skirmish behind the goal is put right in front. And an opportunity for Kunitz to go the other way. He'll work that across. Werfel up to Arneson. Arneson gets a nice little battle there going and smothered up. They're just going to let that go after the whistle there and not get into it too much. And off the draw, puck's dumped all the way in. Scooped up here by Bear. Bear works that ahead for Werfel. Werfel walks in. He's got assist on the last two goals. Centering opportunity picked up by Wheeler to go the other way. Wild dumps that one off. Wheeler fires and sticked into the corner boards. Unger bumped off the puck there by Belenko. And he'll try and get that one back to the line. Latea across Guilford. Lux fires. And that one off the lumber. Couple cross checks in front. Wild getting into it here with Werfel. And here we go. They got the skirmish going. And now some good haymakers in there. Continuing to fire away and take his guy down. I think that was Wild. No, that was Unger. He was fighting like Unger. And the applaud here from the home squad as Unger makes his way down the tunnel. And they're going to also indeed hustle off Werfel. Here's a look at the replay. Let's look at those haymakers that Carter Unger was able to land there on Aiden Werfel. Boom. A couple good ones in on there. So Aiden Werfel ends the night with 2 assists. As they talk this one through. Unger, no points for him as he hits the showers early. And here's one last look at it. 20-point scores as we sit here. 13 now from the Canucks, still 7 from the Twisters. And yeah. It's always good action, you know, something that with the MJHL and a bunch of leagues switching over to the cages, to the college style helmets, you know, you don't see a fight, so it's always a treat when you get one. And Those guys definitely made sure to make the most of it, knowing that nowadays your night's over after that. So good showing there, both by Unger and Werfel. And Guilford hang out in the circle with Osterman as he's trying to sort this out. You can hear Ryan voicing his opinion from basically up here. As Canucks bench boss knows what he wants the outcome to be. Nothing up on the board. Shot totals are 40 to 29. So 4 shots in the frame for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Meanwhile, 7 for the Canucks and 3 goals on 7 shots for the Canucks. And similar to the other night, 10 shots on goal, 5 goals. And the comeback behind win for the Vicks here. And that pen is still writing down there as they got pretty much everything ready to go. Nothing on the board here. It's going to be a Canucks power play, as we could all suspect. Yeah, we'll just get the time. Time of the penalty is 11:50. As Osterman having a nice little chat with the linesman off the view, and now he's on the view of the camera. As they pan over, as they continue to have this chat. Sim bin door closes. And we'll wait for them to type the digits into the clock and get back underway with the action. So it is just a 2-minute there to Unger, as he had the helmet ripped off and got some good shots in. Twisters clear to start off the penalty kill, walking across on that pass. Dangerous play there by Brown, but he's able to get that one away from Thomas as he was in there on the forecheck. So Ward works it up ice. Bunko on it. And he'll play that in on the near side. Staying with it, back to Warsaba. Warsaba cuts in, walks in, waits to pull the trigger. He gets pickpocketed. Warsaba stays with it into the slot, and the twist clear. 7.5 to go in regulation. Brown, he'll cycle back to the far side. And Kunitz, or Ward will scoop that one up. Ward cuts ahead. Makes a move, splits the D, can't finish. The pad down by Cherkis keeps it out. Back to Warsaba. He'll play that one to Ward. Ward fires. Loose on the doorstep. Comes to Arneson. He couldn't get a shot away. Stick battle ensues on. Back to Arneson. Calling for it to Ward. Pass to Warsaba off the mark. He gets a whack at it. Blockered away. And punched out there, picked up by Rooney. Dominic Rooney dumps that one in. He'll go out with Warsaba. Rooney continues to give chase. Big collision there. Rooney goes down into the end boards. Canucks. They'll take it up ice. Back to Ward. His guy's got a tag. 10 to go on the man advantage. He takes a little left tap from Rooney as Rooney goes for a change. Roll blockade set up, Samulcha on it. He'll play it across for Phillips. Back to Samulcha. To Phillips. And he'll roll that one all the way around. Cherkis on it. Walking in. Looking for an opportunity. And the hat trick denied by the iron for Sawatsky. Stick battle ensues down low. Friesen joins the crew. Stick battle. Canucks kick that to the line. And that one gets past Guilford and out. McIntosh walking in. Worked away from him. Sorry plays that one right in back past Guilford. Scooped up now by Jack Holmes. He'll look ahead ice. And now slows everything down. Holmes fends off Brady Thornton. Plays it to the far side. Long stretch pass, and that went off the mark, looking for Sawatsky. Bear accepts that. He'll play it back into some open ice. Canucks first on it. And the head pass for Ethan Sari picked off. Jack Holmes crosses in at the perfect timing. Has no one to give it to, takes him in behind the goal. Holmes looks around, watched by some numbers. Twisters on the doorstep, pass into the skates. McIntosh clears the zone. McIntosh on it. And his pass is picked off. Neufeld ahead. Walking in. Going for an opportunity. The dish off by the Twisters, and that one's fed into the trapper there. And on the opportunity from Hildebrandt, a little bit of some pushing and shoving there in the corners. Going to see if they're going to get a go at it or not. The Sawatsky getting active down there. There's a look at that reverse hit that Rooney took, getting sent into the end boards. Shots 40 to 30 are your totals. Just under 5 to go in regulation. Latte's shot deflected up into the netting, and that'll bring a stoppage in play. Off the draw. Looking around, backhanded opportunity picked off. That's going to come to Osterman. Head pass. Walking in, Salmalchuk couldn't quite get the feet up with that. Taken the other way by Hildebrandt. Kai Hildebrandt works that down for Thiessen. Thiessen has the latest Pembina Valley Twisters tying goal, as what it was at the time. Puck played to the far side and rolls all the way down. Twisters work it up on the far side. Thiessen walks in, makes a move on the backhand just wide of the goal. Gallagher on it, and he'll dump that all the way down. Not enough for an icing. Sawyer Latte on it. Latte pass across and into the zone. Wild dishes off into the slot, and the shot there from Alex Whaler is shut down. Kunitz with a goal tonight, dumps it in. He'll get a change in. Pass to Wilds off the marks. Salmalcha picks it up, and Gavin Salmalcha runs into traffic. So with that, dumped all the way down by Penner. He'll give chase to scoop it up. And off the stick of shoulder to Ethan Wild. Wild has that one worked away from him. Good work there by Salmalcha. Now Parnell with it. Parnell drops that one off. And McIntosh drilled into the end boards there. Puck sticked wide. Battle for it. Pembina Valley on it. They'll quickly get it out of the zone. Back to Ethan Wild. Wild walks in. He'll take a tumble. Guilford on the doorstep backhand. And that one shot down. It looked like a Bobby Orr moment there. Getting tripped up off the stick of Brown. And the setup there from Olsen and Wild couldn't complete into a Twisters goal. With that, the puck cleared out. Hall can't kick that ahead. That's going to come all the way down. That's going to bring an icing. Yes, indeed it will. At 2:16. Canucks bench not too happy about that call. Here's a look. So Wild gets knocked down. Comes back here with an opportunity. Diving in front there on the setup via Olsen. And oh, that would have been a nice highlight reel goal there if he could complete that. Nice picture. Completely hovering 180 over the ice. With that, puck dumped all the way down. 2 to go. Holmes kicks that one up. He'll look for a play up ice. Thomas on it. And that one back to Kai Hildebrandt. He runs into Gallagher, and that's going to end that opportunity. Rush picked off, but that one scooped up. Uncle walks in, feeds to Kunitz, and cleared out of the zone. Cold War Saba on it. He'll dump that one right in. Sorry tags and gives chase. Twisters on it. 90 seconds to go in regulation as the Canucks look for back-to-back sweeps of the Pembina Valley Twisters. And they're going to have to wait for the icing before they do so. So we get back all the way down here to the St. James end. Off the draw, Leteon turns, fires, and blocked. Ray Thornton on it. He'll make his move up ice. Glove down by Warsaba. He plays to the far side. That's off the mark. Icing should be waved off. Cherkis on it. Final minute of regulation. Thornton fires towards the goal. Sticked away by Cherkis. Battling for it. With McIntosh in front. Puck set in behind the goal. Rolls up ice. And Friesen gets it out of the zone. Friesen scoops that one up. Grant Friesen walks in. Fires into the trapper. And there was a little bit of a tap. And there's a couple haymakers by Brown, and here we go. Boy, you knew this rivalry was coming. And Wheeler gets in there with Brown. And the fans there in the corner on the far side talking to Cherkis. They want him to join in the party and be part of the melee. And you knew that Brown, as much as he likes both these teams here and has been buddies with the guys on both sides, you knew he wasn't going to like that little tap in front like that. And we've seen him in some games against the Stonewall Jets where he's showing that he's not scared to use the blocker, and definitely here, as we see on the replay, right away, very adamant about it. Gets in there, and 1, 2, 3. Gets a couple others with the glove too. And just what you expect in between a game, in between these two teams, and especially when it gets a little bit out of hand on the scoreboard as it is. And as they work this here through, thank you again all for joining us, and sorry about the troubles there at the start there with your screen not wanting to work, and thank you that you were able to find us here and that we could bring you still tonight's action. And we'll have the 3 stars in 46.5 seconds. Canucks looking to go back on the power play. Sawatsky's on the board, so that will take away his opportunity for his first career hat trick. And I'm guessing there was some offsetting. Sawatsky's the only one in the box. And we're ready to go. The referee's going to say they're going to have to send someone, and that's what I'm going to say, probably to serve the offsetting penalties. And that's what the other referee said. That's what they're... Oh. Well, they just have one for the Twisters. No one in to serve Brown's penalty, so maybe they didn't give him one. Oh, they changed it. It's a 4-minute to Sawatsky. No, he wants 2 twos, is what he's saying. Maybe a 5-on-3. Well, now just a 2. Some confusion there. The one referee had it all sorted out, though. And we'll wait for the call over the PA and see how chippy this 30 seconds finishes as the linesman hustles away. Puck's cleared by the Twisters. Ice down 30, ticks to go. Brown leaves that to Ward. Ward takes that on the near side. Ward walks in. And Kai Hildebrandt ends his attack as Ward goes at it with Rooney. And him and Rooney ready to fight. We'll see if they decide to go. And now they do square off. Rooney's got to be careful. He's got a guy, Samalcha, behind trying to jump him. And here comes in Guilford. And Guilford's got a good tug. Malenko comes in on him. And there's another Twister to tangle up with him. And it's Wheeler. They're all just going to hug. Not too much. Oh, they almost got the helmet off there. Trying to pull it off Rooney. He has some choice words there that they exchanged to each other with Samalcha and Ward in between, watched by the linesman. And they'll shorten the benches up here. They're probably just going to let this run. There's 7.9 seconds left in regulation. As Guilford and Samalcha having a little bit of a chat, and that's the game. So stay tuned for our 3 stars. We'll have a quick overview of the scoring summary. 8-4 is the final in this one. The Canucks come back after an early Pembina Valley Twisters lead that resulted in a back and forth game before taking the lead late in the first. Off the stick of Cole Robertson, Jaden Ward gets the game winner in this one, his 41st goal for Jaden Ward. Scoring summary in the third period, Wyatt Gallagher is second from Gavin Samalcha and Adrian McIntosh at 3:37. At 3:44, Gavin Samalcha, his 8th, second of the game from Jaden Ward and Aiden Warfel. And at 6:31, Jaden Ward on the power play, his second of the game, 42nd of the season from Aiden Warfel and Tristan Arneson. And with that, we head to today's 3 stars. 8 guys with multiple point nights and what was no shortage in the scorekeeping notebook. So with that, starting off today's 3 stars in today's game, starting it off, the 3rd star in today's game with 2 goals and 1 assist from the Pembina Valley Twisters, number 26, Dwight Sawatsky. 2nd star in today's game from the St. James Junior Canucks with 2 goals and 1 assist, number 25, Gavin Samalcha. And tonight's 1st star in today's hockey game with 2 goals, including the game winner, and 1 assist from the St. James Junior Canucks, number 18, Jaden Ward. And with that, we'll take a quick look here at the standings. As we mentioned earlier, one other game on, and that one is complete. The Charleswood Hawks defeat the Transcona Railway Express on home ice. 5-3 the score in that one. Express power play goes 1 for 4, 0 for 2. The Hawks, and final shots 48-27. Vandenbush, Brashansky, Larkins, the goal scorers for the Railway Express. Lewis with 2, Stevenson, Kulik, and Galvinia tacked 1 more on for the Charleswood Hawks. Final shots here were 40-32. Power plays, Twisters were 0 for 1. 1 for 3 were the Canucks, and that was the game winner, the big one, for the 18 of Jaden Ward. With that, we make our way towards the playoffs, and here's a look at the bracket and where all the teams sit. And that stays set as it is. Those standings, they just add 2 more points there to the Canucks and to the Hawks. That gives them a 2-point lead over the Royal Knights on the finishing home stretch. Royal Knights also with only 2 games left. 2 games left also for the Canucks and for the Hawks. Both with 51 points. Next broadcast will be coming up on Thursday. Graham will be in St. Vital as the Canucks look for win number 4 in a row as they take on the 11-28 and 4 St. Vital Junior Victorias. Puck drop live from Centennial Arena at 7:30. I'll be out in Stonewall at Veterans Memorial for the 8 p.m. start as the Jets look to close out third place over the River East Royal Knights and stay ahead of this Canucks team. Meanwhile, Friday, we got the Fort Rouge Fort Garry Twins at 7:30 taking on the Stonewall Jets. At 7:30, the Charleswood Hawks will host the Pembina Valley Twisters. We'll have that broadcast to you live from the Eric Coy Arena. At the Terry Sawchuk Arena, also at 7:30, the River East Royal Knights host the St. Boniface Reals, and the Riz Junior Hockey Club makes their way out to Transcona for the nightcap game at 8 p.m. to take on the number 1 seed, Transcona Raylair Express. I'll double check with Graham. That one should be broadcasted for you, and we'll have an update for you on that shortly. A look at the playoff preview there as both those teams will meet in the first round. With that, once again, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck, signing off for now. Until then, take care, have a good night, and we'll see you all Thursday. 8-4 final here. Ward wins it for the St. James Junior Canucks.